Hi everyone, to start out this look, I'm first applying Revlon Colorstay foundation all over her face with a damp Beauty Blender sponge. And then once her face is totally covered and blended, I'm going to set that into place with a translucent powder. And since I'm using dark shadows, I'm going to apply a heavy amount of the powder underneath her eyes so I can just dust it off later. And the first eyeshadow that I'm using is a dark matte kind of navy blue, and I'm putting that in her crease with a large fluffy brush. After I added the first layer of that, I'm going to take a larger fluffy brush and just dust away some of the excess and make sure it's nice and blended. Next I'm using a blue eyeshadow and I'm putting that all over her eyelid with a fluffy brush. And then on top of that blue I added some dark green because it wasn't the right kind of blue. So I added a dark green over top of it. Now I'm just cleaning up the blending in the crease with the same darker navy blue eyeshadow. And I'm also using a smaller fluffy brush just to get a more precise blend. And you can layer this up as many times as you need to get it to look as blended as you want. And now I'm using Phloof from MAC on her eyebrow bone and I'm bringing that down into the eyeshadow. Then I wanted the eyelid to be more opaque, so I'm using this ColourPop eyeshadow and I'll put it in the description box. And I'm just pressing that on, and then on top of that I'm going to add the same blue-green eyeshadow on top of it, just so it's more pigmented. That ColourPop eyeshadow is kind of sticky, so it sticks to it a lot better. And then I'm adding a tiny bit of black into the crease so it's a little bit darker. Underneath her eyes I'm using a black eyeshadow with a small brush and I'm just putting that on, and then I'm going to blend that in with a blue eyeshadow. Then on her inner waterline, I'm using the same highlighter that I used on her brow bone, and this will just give you more opened eye appearance, and I'm also going to put that on her inner corners as well. Then to line her eyes, I'm using this Gellar eye calligraphy pen, and I'm not going to wing it out, I'm just lining her top lash line. Before I put on false lashes, I like to put on some mascara, so I'm just using this Maybelline Colossal Volume Express, and I'm putting some mascara on her top and bottom lashes. To fill in her eyebrows, I'm using this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe, and I'm just going to fill them in as usual. And then on top of them, to make them even more defined and darker, I'm using this MAC eyeshadow in Espresso with an angled brush. And the eyebrow pencil is a little bit waxy, so the eyeshadow sticks to it better and it makes it look more precise than if you just used eyeshadow. Then to set them into place, I'm using the Maybelline's Great Lash Clear Mascara. The false lashes that I'm using are these Broadway eyes lashes, and they're really small and they just kind of look natural, but it makes your eyelashes look more full but not long, and I'm using the Revlon lash glue to put them on. And then for the face, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in the hollows of her cheekbones, and I'm just bronzing them up. And then I'm going to be adding a lot of blush, and I used NYX's Pinched blush, and I added that onto the apples of her cheeks and I blended it backwards. And then I used this oranger blush just to kind of make it look orangier. So I put that on top of it, and then to blend all of that together, I'm using a face brush with a little bit of powder on it. For the lips, I'm using a brown lip liner, and then on top of that, I'm using MAC's Vegas Volt orangey lipstick. And then to blend all of that together so it looks more muted down, I'm using MAC's Velvet Teddy lipstick. Then to finish off the look, I'm just adding her little mold that she has with an eyeliner pen. This is the finished look. I'll list all of the products that I used in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.